You won't believe how much these tiny wheat pennies could sell for at a major auction. It might be worth tens of thousands, and the coin sitting in your drawer could be the one collectors are fighting over. If you were holding a 1941 D-Wheat penny right now, you might not realize the treasure in your hands. This small copper coin is not just currency. It's a tangible piece of American history, a relic from a time when the world was teetering on the edge of monumental change. Imagine holding a coin that has survived more than 80 years, passed from hand to hand, and now could be in your possession. If you have this coin, you might just be the luckiest person alive. The 1941 D-Wheat penny is rare, sought after, and potentially worth tens of thousands at auction, and today, you are about to discover why. The story of the 1941 D-Wheat penny begins in a pivotal era. The United States was on the brink of entering World War II, yet life on the home front continued with a quiet determination. Families saved, worked, and carried on, and the coins in their pockets were witnesses to every ordinary and extraordinary moment. The Denver Mint, represented by the D Mint mark, produced these pennies in staggering numbers. But even among millions, the coins that survived in exceptional condition are extremely rare. That makes owning one today a stroke of luck, because most pennies from that year were spent, lost, or worn down beyond recognition. The design of the 1941 D-Wheat penny is iconic. On the obverse side, you see Abraham Lincoln, etched with meticulous detail, his stoic expression reflecting strength and perseverance. On the reverse, 2 ears of wheat frame the denomination, symbolizing prosperity and hope during uncertain times. It's a design that has endured for decades, capturing the hearts of collectors and historians alike. Every line of detail, every curve, even the way the light hits the copper, tells a story of craftsmanship and dedication. And for those who know what to look for, subtle variations and minting details can make one coin far more valuable than another. Minting coins in 1941 was a complex process. Each coin was struck with precision, but small differences emerged, differences that today collectors prize. Some coins exhibit sharper details, others have unique toning, and a few contain minting errors that elevate their value dramatically. Numismatists, the coin experts, obsess over these differences, and even minor details can turn an everyday penny into a rare treasure. Every 1941 D-Wheat penny has a story to tell, and in the right hands, that story could command attention at major auctions, drawing bids from collectors around the globe. Speaking of auctions, this is where the 1941 D-Wheat penny truly shines. Coins in excellent condition often appear in high-profile auctions, attracting bidders who recognize their rarity and historical significance. Some coins, especially those with flawless surfaces and sharp details, can fetch tens of thousands of dollars. Imagine the excitement in an auction room, the tension building as paddles rise, and the gavel comes down on a 1941 D-Wheat penny. Suddenly, a coin that was once in a pocket, spent on candy or a newspaper, sells for $50,000, $60,000, or even more. Owning one of these coins is not just about having a collector's item. It's about holding a potential life-changing opportunity in your hand. Collectors are captivated by the 1941 D-Wheat penny for more than its monetary value. Each coin carries the echoes of the past, the hands that held it, the shops that passed through, the families that saved it for years. It's a connection to a time when America was resilient, determined, and full of hope. The wear, the toning, the tiny scratches all add character and authenticity. A circulated coin might still hold incredible value if it has survived in relatively good condition. And if you are lucky enough to have one, you are holding history itself, a piece of the 1940s that has endured the test of time. The market for 1941 D-Wheat pennies has grown steadily over the decades. Grading services evaluate each coin on its condition, rarity, and eye appeal. Coins graded in higher tiers, such as MS-65 or above, are extraordinarily rare and highly coveted. Even coins in circulated condition have significant collector interest because the 1941 D is a key date for Denver minted pennies. Auctions provide a stage for these coins to shine, and serious collectors are always on the lookout for a chance to add one to their collection. If you have one, you are holding a coin that could headline an auction catalog and spark intense bidding competition. What makes the 1941 DeWitt penny particularly special is the historical context. 1941 was a year of tension, transition, and change. While Europe was already at war, the United States was on the precipice of entering World War II. People clung to hope and stability in small ways, and coins like this were part of their daily lives. Today, holding a 1941, DeWitt penny is a reminder of that era, a tangible link to a past that shaped the world. It's this combination of history, scarcity, and artistry that makes the coin so compelling to collectors. Every 1941, DeWitt penny has a potential to surprise. Hidden in collections, drawers, or even old jars, these coins occasionally resurface, stunning collectors and dealers alike. Some coins have minting anomalies, subtle design differences, or pristine preservation that elevates their value beyond expectation. That's why every 1941, DeWitt penny is worth examining closely. If you hold one, it could be far more than a simple keepsake. It could be the rare coin that collectors dream about and auction houses feature prominently. The thrill of holding a 1941, DeWitt penny goes beyond money. It's about touching history, connecting with generations before you, and appreciating the artistry and craftsmanship of an era long gone. The weight, the ridges, the copper luster, all of it tells a story that no modern coin can replicate. And when that coin goes to auction, the excitement reaches a peak. Bidders recognize its significance, its rarity, and its story, and the results can be astounding. Owning this coin isn't just luck. It's being part of a legacy, a moment frozen in time, and a potential for extraordinary reward. So, if you happen to have a 1941 DeWitt penny, cherish it. Examine it, learn about it, and consider having it professionally graded. The difference between an ordinary coin and one in top condition can be monumental. And when the day comes that it reaches an auction, it can make headlines, attract collectors from across the world, and possibly sell for tens of thousands of dollars. That small coin in your hand could transform from a simple piece of copper into a life-changing treasure. Remember, the 1941 DeWitt penny is not just a coin. It's history, artistry, and opportunity all wrapped into one. If you have one, you are holding a piece of the past, a collector's dream, and a potential fortune. Auctions, collectors, and history all converge on coins like this, and you could be among the luckiest people in the world simply by owning one. Because sometimes the smallest things, like a 1941 DeWitt penny, can carry the greatest value, the richest stories, and the most unforgettable opportunities. And so now you know the incredible story of the 1941 DeWitt penny, a coin that survived decades, witnessed history, and can now be in your hands. Every line, every detail, every mark on this coin adds to its story and its value. If you happen to own one, even tucked away for years, you might just be the luckiest person in the world. This isn't just a penny. It's history, artistry, and a potential fortune all in one. Imagine seeing it go under the hammer at a major auction, the gavel falling, and realizing that this small coin could sell for tens of thousands of dollars, maybe even $60,000. If you hold a 1940 wheat penny in your hand, you might just be holding the key to a fortune you never imagined. This isn't just any coin. This is a piece of history, a tangible connection to a world decades past, and possibly the very thing that could change your life. Imagine a coin minted during a time of global uncertainty, when nations were on the brink of massive change, and everyday people clutched pennies like these in their pockets. Now, picture that coin, preserved through generations, silently waiting for its moment to shine. That coin is the 1940 wheat penny, and if you own one, you are truly among the luckiest people alive. The story of the 1940 wheat penny begins long before it ever touched your hand. In the early 20th century, the United States Mint was working tirelessly to produce coins that would circulate across the country, coins that would be handled by millions of Americans in everyday transactions. The wheat penny, with its iconic wheat stalks on the reverse, was already a symbol of prosperity and hope. But 1940 was a special year. The world was on edge. The echoes of the Great Depression still lingered, and tensions in Europe were escalating toward the outbreak of the Second World War. In that turbulent environment, every penny told a story. Every coin that left the mint was more than metal. It was a promise, a testament to a nation persevering through uncertainty. The design of the 1940 wheat penny is deceptively simple but rich with meaning. On one side, you see the stoic profile of Abraham Lincoln, the man who once guided the country through its darkest hours. The detail in his visage captures a sense of determination and resilience, qualities that every American needed in 1940. Flip the coin over, and the reverse tells a story of abundance and hard work. Two sheaves of wheat framing the denomination. It's a design that evokes both nostalgia and pride. Every line, every curve, every tiny detail was engraved with care, and over the decades, collectors have marveled at the precision and artistry involved. Coins like this weren't just money. They were miniature works of art, small enough to hold but vast in historical significance. Minting in 1940 wasn't as straightforward as it seems today. The Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints all produced these coins, each with subtle variations. Collectors obsess over these details: the sharpness of the strike, the luster of the copper, even the tiniest flaws or minting errors. Some coins bear slight doubling in the lettering. Others carry an unusual sheen that makes them stand out from the hundreds of millions minted that year. These nuances make the 1940 wheat penny a treasure trove for collectors and investors alike. And yes, the auctions confirm it. Coins in pristine condition, graded by professional services, often fetch astonishing sums. It's not uncommon to see a single 1940 wheat penny sell for thousands of dollars, and in exceptional cases, the value skyrockets beyond imagination. Owning a 1940 wheat penny is not just about financial gain, it's about connection. Think of the hands that carried this coin: a farmer buying goods at a local market, a child saving pennies in a jar, a mother giving to her child as a gift. This coin passed through generations, and now, here it is, potentially in your possession. The thrill of knowing that a coin you hold could command attention at an auction, could bring together collectors from around the world, is almost indescribable. Every scratch, every toning pattern, every mark is a badge of history, a silent witness to decades gone by. And let's talk about value, because for collectors and investors alike, the 1940 wheat penny is not just sentimental, it's lucrative. The market has seen incredible activity for these coins, especially those in top grades. A coin in circulated condition may fetch a modest sum, but a coin preserved with care, free from the wear and tear of everyday life, can command tens of thousands at auction. Imagine attending a major coin auction, the gavel rising, and then bam, a 1940 wheat penny in exceptional condition goes under the hammer, selling for $60,000. That's not a dream. That's the reality for rare coins like this, and it's why owning one is not just lucky, it's life-changing. Collectors are drawn to these coins not only for their beauty or rarity, but for the story behind them. Every 1940 wheat penny carries with it a journey, from the mints in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, to the hands of ordinary Americans, to the display cases of dedicated collectors. And here's the thing: with auctions happening constantly, the demand never stops. Every auction is a chance to see a coin reach its full potential, to witness the excitement as buyers recognize the historical and financial value packed into a tiny copper disc. If you have one of these coins, even in a less-than-perfect state, you hold the potential for incredible opportunity. The allure doesn't stop there. Numismatists, the experts in coin collecting, often highlight that the 1940 wheat penny is particularly appealing because it represents a transitional period in American history. It's a coin minted at the tail end of the Great Depression, yet predates the massive industrial mobilization of World War II. That juxtaposition makes it historically significant and endlessly fascinating. The copper composition, the weight, the subtle mint marks, they all tell a story that goes beyond dollars and cents. They tell a story of a nation enduring, adapting, and ultimately thriving. So, what makes the 1940 wheat penny so valuable today? It's a combination of scarcity, condition, and demand. Coins that survive decades of circulation intact are rare. Coins with flawless surfaces, clear details, and vibrant luster are even rarer. And as more collectors recognize the importance of adding a 1940 wheat penny to their collection, prices at auction continue to soar. That's why serious collectors scour coin shops, estate sales, and online listings, hoping to find a hidden gem that could complete their collection or even make headlines. And yes, If that coin happens to be yours, consider yourself extraordinarily fortunate. The chance to hold history, art, and financial opportunity in one hand is something most people never experience. But beyond the numbers in the market, there's something almost magical about owning a coin like this. Imagine holding up to the light and seeing the copper glow, tracing the contours of Lincoln's face, feeling the ridges on the edge, and realizing that this small object has outlived wars, economic upheavals, and decades of change. It's tangible history, a conversation starter, and a source of wonder all at once. Many collectors describe the thrill as indescribable, the kind of excitement that only a truly rare and historic coin can bring. And here's the most important thing to remember. If you have a 1940 wheat penny, you might not realize just how valuable it is. Many coins like this sit unnoticed in drawers or jars, overlooked for years. But with each passing auction, the recognition grows. With each collector who covets it, the value rises. If you hold one, even in circulated condition, you are in possession of a piece of history that commands respect, attention, and potentially an incredible sum of money. That is why the 1940 wheat penny isn't just a coin. It's a ticket to opportunity, a treasure of the past, and perhaps the life-changing find you've been waiting for. So take a moment, examine your coin carefully, check the mint mark, the details, the condition. Imagine it go to auction, the gavel coming down, and the world realizing the value of what you hold. If you have a 1940 wheat penny, remember this. You are not just lucky. You are potentially holding one of the most historically significant and financially valuable coins from the 20th century. A coin that could sell for $60,000 at auction. A coin that has survived the test of time. A coin that could make you feel like the luckiest person in the world. This is not an exaggeration. This is history in your hand, opportunity at your fingertips, and a story that could literally change your life. Every 1940 wheat penny has a story waiting to be told, a legacy waiting to be recognized, and a market waiting to reward it. If you're watching this video and you find yourself holding this coin, treasure it, because you might just be holding one of the rarest, most beautiful, and most valuable coins from American history. A coin that could turn an ordinary day into an extraordinary one. A coin that could take you from unnoticed to celebrated, all with a single spin of fate. The 1940 wheat penny is more than copper. It's more than history. It's a key to fortune, a collector's dream, and a reminder that sometimes luck comes in the smallest, most unexpected packages. And for those lucky enough to hold it, the world of coin auctions, collectors, and history itself is ready to recognize your extraordinary fortune. If you happen to hold a 1953 D wheat penny in your hand, you might just be holding one of the rarest and most exciting coins from American history. This is not just a small copper disc. This is a piece of a story that has traveled through time, surviving decades of handling, circulation, and historical change. Imagine the thrill of realizing that this tiny coin could make you the luckiest person in the world. That's right. If you have a 1953 D wheat penny, you may be holding a treasure that could change your life. The 1953 D wheat penny was minted during a fascinating period in American history. The country was emerging from the post-World War II era, adjusting to rapid economic growth, suburban expansion, and a society looking to redefine itself after years of hardship and uncertainty. These pennies were more than just currency. They were symbols of stability and optimism. The D mint mark tells the story of its origin. The Denver Mint, one of the three major mints producing pennies at the time. While millions of pennies were minted each year, the 1953 D stands out to collectors because of subtle variations and surviving coins in excellent condition. It's not just a date. It's the rarity and historical context that makes this coin remarkable. The design of the 1953 D wheat penny is classic, yet timeless. On the obverse side, we see the determined profile of Abraham Lincoln, the enduring symbol of American leadership and resilience. Even decades after its first use in 1909, Lincoln's image still carried weight, representing integrity and perseverance. Flip the coin over, and you are met with the iconic wheat stalks framing the denomination. These wheat ears are more than decorative. They represent prosperity, abundance, and hope for the future. Every line, every curve, and every tiny detail in the wheat is a reminder of the craftsmanship of the era and the pride the mint took in producing coins that would circulate across the country. Minting in 1953 was a meticulous process, yet no minting process is perfect. Each 1953 D wheat penny carries its own unique characteristics. Some coins bear slight doubling in the lettering. Others show a particular sheen, and a few might even have subtle errors that make them extremely valuable to collectors. These nuances are what numismatists obsess over. A coin in circulated condition may look ordinary, but once examined closely under magnification, the details emerge. Tiny imperfections, slight rotations, and luster variations that set one coin apart from another. These are the very details that can turn an everyday penny into a coveted collector's piece and a star at major coin auctions. Speaking of auctions, the 1953 D wheat penny has seen some remarkable sales over the years. Coins are in top condition, with pristine surfaces and sharp details, can sell for thousands of dollars. And the rarer the coin, the higher the price climbs. Imagine attending a major coin auction, the anticipation in the room thick as bidders raise their paddles, and the gavel comes down on a 1953 D wheat penny. The coin, once worth mere cent in a pocket, suddenly commands a life-changing sum. That is the magic of this coin. If you have one, even tucked away in a drawer or jar, you could be sitting on an unexpected fortune. It's no exaggeration. This coin has the power to change lives. Collectors are drawn to the 1953 D wheat penny not only for its value but also for its story. Consider the hands that carried this coin in 1953. A mother handing it to her child, a store clerk exchanging it for groceries, a teenager saving pennies in a tin. Each coin has traveled countless miles and exchanged hands countless times. Now, decades later, that same coin could be in your possession. Holding it connects you to generations of Americans and to a period of history that shaped the nation. Every mark, scratch, or toning on the coin adds character and authenticity, telling a story that can never be replicated. The market for 1953 D wheat pennies has grown steadily over the years. Professional grading services evaluate these coins and assign them values based on condition, rarity, and demand. Coins graded in higher tiers, such as MS-65 or above, are extremely rare and highly sought after by serious collectors. These coins often appear in auction catalogs with eye-catching descriptions, and bidding wars can drive prices into the tens of thousands. A perfect 1953 D wheat penny could potentially sell for upwards of $50,000 to $60,000, depending on market conditions. That's the kind of opportunity that can make a collector's heart race, and it could be yours if you happen to own one. But the appeal of this coin is not limited to financial gain. The 1953 D wheat penny is a tangible connection to the past, a small but enduring symbol of history. It reminds us of a time when the country was growing, evolving, and facing the challenges of the mid-20th century. It represents a period of post-war optimism, a society rebuilding and looking forward. And if you hold one, you are literally holding a piece of that history in your hand. That connection, that thrill of touching something so old yet so significant, is a feeling that no modern investment or collectible can replicate. What makes the 1953 D wheat penny even more fascinating is a variety that exists within its minting. Some coins have subtle differences in the strike, the placement of the mint mark, or the clarity of the wheat ears. Coins that appear ordinary to the untrained eye might contain hidden gems, variations that make them rarer and more valuable. That's why collectors and numismatists scrutinize every detail. Even a small difference can elevate a coin from a common collectible to a headline-grabbing auction piece. Every 1953 D wheat penny has a story waiting to be discovered. It could have been lost in circulation for decades or carefully preserved in a collection, passing quietly through time. Each coin carries with it a narrative of the American people, the economy, and the historical context of the 1950s. And today, that narrative has the potential to reward the owner in extraordinary ways. Auctions continue to showcase the power of these coins, and every sale reminds us that rarity and condition matter. But so does the story behind the coin. If you are lucky enough to hold a 1953 D wheat penny, treasure it, examine it, research it, and consider having it professionally graded. The difference between an ordinary coin and a high-grade collectible can be immense. And when it finally reaches an auction, it can make headlines, draw attention from collectors around the world, and possibly fetch a staggering sum. Imagine the thrill of watching a coin you held in your hand, perhaps for decades, sell for $50,000, $60,000, or even more. That is the power of a 1953 DeWitt penny, and it is why collectors covet it. Remember, this coin is more than metal. It is history, artistry, and opportunity rolled into a tiny disc. If you have a 1953 DeWitt penny, you are holding a rare link to the past, a collector's dream, and a potential ticket to extraordinary fortune. The auctions confirm it. The collectors know it, and the history proves it. You are truly among the luckiest people in the world if this coin is yours. And in that moment, when the gavel falls and the bidding ends, you may realize the full magnitude of what you hold in your hand. This is not just a penny. This is a treasure, a story, and a chance that doesn't come every day. And for the lucky few who own a 1953 DeWitt penny, it could very well change everything. So now you know the story behind a 1953 DeWitt penny. The coin that has survived decades, witnessed history, and can now be in your possession. Every detail, every mark, every minting variation adds to its mystery and value. If you happen to have one of these coins, even tucked away for years, you could be the luckiest person in the world. This isn't just a penny. It's a piece of history, a collector's dream, and a potential fortune waiting to be realized. Imagine seeing it go under the hammer at a major auction, the gavel falling, and realizing that this small coin could sell for tens of thousands of dollars, maybe even $60,000. So don't wait. Examine your coins, learn their stories, and never underestimate the power of a 1953 DeWitt penny. Who knows? The coin you hold in your hand today could make history tomorrow. Treasure it, protect it, and maybe, just maybe, you'll discover that luck really does favor the bold. Because owning this coin isn't just about wealth. It's about